Fellas, Sierra Leone has recalled its ambassador from the neighboring country Guinea. Okay? Why? Because the Sierra Leone, I just murdered that. The Sierra Leone ambassador has been accused of doing dealings with. I'm not gonna use those words because AI is gonna find out. What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. I just came back from the gym. I did 15 rounds on the bag, 5 minutes each. It was crazy. Strong. And all these ladies looking at you like, oh, who is that guy? I see this guy picking up big weight, but who is that guy punching the heavy bag? It feels good. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by. I know you don't know why. My name is Zack. You're probably going to like me very much, or you're not going to like me very much if I bash your country, because I do bash people's countries. I bash everybody's country. I don't care. Okay, we're here to talk about the truth. And the truth is not supposed to necessarily sound good. Sometimes the truth hurts, and it's okay. Provided that you grow from it, you get better. Okay, the goal is to get an Africa that brings people together, not an Africa that separates people, or some African think they're superior to other Africans because my country is better than your country. No country is better than one. There's no such thing as a country. You can do whatever you want. We don't care. Okay, countries never existed before 1885. That's when all these people went together in Berlin, sit down, discuss on how they're going to split Africa into small portions. They gave these African countries to the British, those African countries to the Germans, these African countries to the French. Okay, those never used to be African countries. Okay, if you go to Ghana, you're going to find the Akan people. These are the Akan. It's a tribe, right? Well, if you go to the neighboring country, you'll find Akan people. This is Cote d'Ivoire. Back to Ghana. These are Akan people in Ghana. These are Akan people in Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. Now, Akan people are what? Are they Ivorian or the Ghanaians? No, tell me, Akan people, are they Ivorian or Ghanaians? So what the hell are you talking about countries? There's no such thing as country. You can cry a river. There's no countries. And we're going to bring Africa together. Let's go. I know you already hate me. No, I don't care. But continue watching. Cool. So in Sierra Leone, something very interesting is happening. Sierra Leone has recalled its ambassador from Guinea. This is Guinea. This is Sierra Leone. No, you don't know where Guinea is because you were not very good with geography. But now you know. This is Guinea. Okay. This is Sierra Leone. Things happening in Guinea. The Sierra Leone ambassador has been recalled. On Monday, by authority impounded the vehicle. Okay, they checked the vehicle of the Sierra Leonese. Crazy, yeah? It's not my language, you know. I'm doing good, right? The Sierra Leonese ambassador was detained and its occupant on suspicion of possessing substances suspected to be, you know that thing? From South America, yeah.
On 13th January 2025, the government of Guinea informed the government of Sierra Leone that a vehicle belonging to the embassy of Sierra Leone in Conakry was impounded by the Guinean authorities. The driver and another occupant of the vehicle are being held on suspicion of possession of substances suspected to be cocaine. In light of this serious development, the government has urgently recalled Sierra Leone's ambassador to Guinea, Ambassador Mr. Almami Bangura, to Freetown to provide a full account of the incident.
So let me just explain to you this, okay? Diplomatic bodies usually don't get searched in whichever country they're going to. Okay, so if you're part of the diplomatic body, if you work for the embassy, if you are the representative of the embassy, you cannot be searched, okay? You cannot be arrested. They benefit from, I forgot what you call it. The word, it's not my language. English is not my language. So they cannot be arrested. This immunity, okay? This immunity, that's the word, from doing anything. So somebody from the embassy can slap you, but there's nothing you can do about it because, it cannot happen. It's part of the law. Now, many negative things have happened that way. We've seen some of the diplomats do wrong things. They will drive in a way that is not acceptable. Sometimes they will even knock somebody's car and they cannot be arrested by the police. The police knows you don't touch those people and they take advantage of it. And also, because you are part of the diplomatic body, you can allow yourself to do many things with your car because your car cannot be searched. Now, the Sierra Leone's ambassador's vehicle was transporting, for who? Question mark. I don't know how they did this. They finally arrested the car. I mean, if they had to arrest the car, it means they've been investigating this for a long time. They've been trying to find out a long time. They've got precision. Because just imagine you have to stop a diplomatic car and accuse them of something, then find nothing in the car. That's a big problem. They stopped the car and they found things. And now an investigation is being conducted on why and how this is happening. Let me just remind you here, fellas, that West Africa is a big stopping spot from South American product going to Europe. Sometimes the boats come from South America to West Africa before being sent to Europe, Now, not just Europe, the consumption is also being done in West Africa. West Africa is a major transit point for trafficking sea. You know what sea is. From Latin America, where it is produced, to Europe, one of the drugs' big market. But some of is being consumed locally. Now, in Sierra Leone, a lot of people are taking a very cheap, they call it kush, okay? It's a very cheap, whatever, people have no jobs, they have no situation, no life. What can they do? They just consume that stuff. So, can we say that the ambassador was doing business with people's life? Okay? The ambassador of a country in another country, bringing stuff so your people and he can make money. So this just shows you how crazy government officials can be. And one of the main reasons why many African nations are not moving forward, it's not necessarily because the president is not a good person. It's usually because many people working under the president are there for their personal interest. A president can come into the country and saying, okay, I'm actually coming to change things, make things better, make food accessible to everybody, electricity, provide schooling, medicine, hospitals, infrastructure for the people. But with the good ideas he's coming with in the government, he will be working with people who have absolutely opposite ideas of what he is. And everything he tries to do, people are just trying to make it negative. And the president will say, okay, I'm just coming to power, then releasing power. You know what he's told? Some people will tell him, no, how can you do this? You only have an opportunity. This is a once in 100 million. Like, how many chances do people get to become president? You can't do this. And this is not just about yourself. This is about your relative, your family member, your cousins. Everybody must eat. This is an opportunity God has given us. We need to eat, then we can live. And it's very sad because that's why many governments want you to go to church every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Not to say that church is wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with church. But they want you to go to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And once you do that, what happens? You don't worry about what government is not doing anymore. You think everything is not working out for you because the devil is in change you. Yeah. The more you believe that, the more you don't ask them for accountability. The more you think, if I pray more, if I fast more, if I go to church more, if I give tithe more, the more you don't get them to accountability. And I think people need to be sober about that. And no emotions, fellas. And I'm telling you, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Praying is great. It's amazing. But even the books of God say there is a time for everything. There is a time to pray, and there is a time to ask people for accountability. Now, the negative thing is, the more you pray, the softer you become in terms of asking for accountability from people. The more you pray, the less hard you become when it comes to time for you to be hard. Because there's a time for everything. There's a time to be soft. There's a time to be hard. And it's very difficult for you to stand up and burn stuff down, asking for your rights, asking for response from government. When you're praying Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when are you going to pray? Okay, may God forgive them. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. People use their power to destroy. Okay, in Sierra Leone, a lot of people are going in the street drunk. I'm trying to avoid that word because government people are putting people in the nations. Government people are dealing the stuff so they can make money. They don't care about your children. We know what's happening in America. They brought that stuff in the black community so the black community can be fatherless. They threw many Americans in jail, many black Americans in jail. So female can remain themselves, and by female fighting for herself, trying to make life better for her children, she becomes the strong African American woman that doesn't do good when she has a man in her life. Even if the man has a good intention for her, she can't see it because she's used to that. Her mom did just that. Her grandmother did everything by herself with no man on the side. So that's the thing they're doing to the people. And I think it's very interesting that we don't look at things in that perspective. Okay? So the question mark is this. Sierra Leone has called back its ambassador. Are they going to put him in jail? Let me remind you here, in most African countries, in order for you to become ambassador, it's usually because you're related to the president. You're a cousin, or you're a cousin to somebody somewhere there, or you know what I mean? Do you think they're going to take their own cousins and throw them in? I bet you that guy's got somebody somewhere in government. That's how he became ambassador. In most African countries. We can't be 100% sure, but yeah. Are they going to hold him accountable? Because if stuff went through his car and it was stopped one time, it means it's been going for a long time. And for these people from Guinea to have the courage to stop a diplomatic car, it means they've done their intelligence work for a long time. Africans need to wake up to this. The question is this: who is the real enemy of Africa? Who is the enemy of Africa? God bless.